Hello, welcome, this is blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Untitled Chapter, and in today's video I'm going to talk about that there is now a chance, actually a great chance, that the second stimulus checks could come out. Finally, the Democrats also willing to do it, and we'll see how it will works out, but this could be a positive sign, and this could make things bullish, as we can see it already. The second news will be that most of the Americans are actually against the CBDC, which is the central bank digital currency, so basically the digital dollar. And the third news will be that it's interesting to look at when we're talking about DeFi projects, that how many of the DeFi projects are still control their admin key. Because if this is so, is it then really DeFi, or is it still then centralized? So it raises a question, it's worth to discuss. And guys, if you would like to stay up to date and every weekday get the freshest and crispiest and hottest blockchain and cryptocurrency news, in that case, you should definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel, which is Blockchain Bloom. Hit the subscribe button next to the notification bell so you get the information as soon as it is on YouTube. And as I said, I'm putting the contents on from Monday to Friday every day, the freshest crypto and blockchain news. So with us, you can really stay up to date. Furthermore, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I can offer you a great course, which is all about how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And it's free, totally free. You can download it. You know, the link is right under the video here on YouTube, and it contains a lot of valuable information. So if you are a beginner or you have started already, but you're not sure you have made all the safety steps you must do so you can protect your cryptocurrency, then download the course, okay? And now, let's move on how the market looks like. So, since yesterday, we see, again, green numbers, okay? So, Bitcoin is at $10,699, which is basically 3.91% increase. Then we see Ethereum, $343, which is almost a 6% increase. And then when we're looking at let's close that. Okay, the winners, we have R-Wave plus 26%, Avalanche plus 24%, ABBC coin plus 24%. And look at the other green numbers, still looking quite good. We could see very similar numbers in red a couple of days ago, right? So check out the losers, not big losers at all now. Cyberwayne minus 3%, the ZB token minus 0.8%, OKB 0.44 in minus, nothing. This is nothing. Right now we're having a green day. And the reason for this nice green day is the first news. And basically, this one is that the second stimulus package, it's back on the table. And this is very important because, you know, a couple of days ago, we were worried about the government shutdown, which could happen on the 1st of October. But that's off the table, so they solved the problem. That was really good. The second news now, that the most important one right now, in short term at least, are the stimulus checks, so the market can pump again. Not obviously the stock market, and because of that, Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies. So now we can see that Nancy Pelosi, who is the House Speaker, said yesterday that the Democrats will draft a new coronavirus relief bill and look to bring it for vote before the 2nd of October. And this is really, really close, basically next week. And this is actually great news, definitely in short term. Obviously, we do know that these kind of stimulus checks cannot go on forever, right? So sooner or later, this has to stop, and then the bubble can pop. However, now it's important that we see the market pumping, get back on track a little bit. And the range of the package, so the target what we're looking at, according to her, it's $2.2 trillion. And it's a bit smaller, as we had the one back in May, which was $3.4 trillion, but it's a big amount of money. So this is actually nice to hear. And, the new bill comes, as they saying here, the Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and Pelosi have agreed to restart talk about the second stimulus check. So basically, that's what I said. It's back on the table. They're talking about again. Now the Democrats are even more open-minded. We do know the Republicans, so Donald Trump and all the others on that side are pushing it. So they really, really want the stimulus checks. They need obviously now the two sides and the votes that they agree on that. Everyone. And this is the main reason, because these kind of news coming out, that's the main reason why now we can see the cryptocurrency market going up. And well, as I said, in long term, we have to think about it that, yesterday I talked about it in the video that when you look at the years of the election historically, so what was back in the past, in the last 50 years, then we can see that in the election years, September and October was quite bearish. And then after the election, November, December, it was bullish. So we can have a very interesting October. It can be very volatile, If now the stimulus checks coming out, definitely it will push it up. But when we're looking at the historical terms, we can see that usually October was bearish. But every year, obviously, is different. We cannot compare it to what was like, in the past, because now we have a total new situation with this pandemic. So we will see how it works. But it can be a roller coaster ride in October, definitely. Up and down, up and down. We will see. And now let's move on to the second news, which is all about that the most Americans are against the digital dollar, which is the CBDC, so actually the central bank digital currency. And here is a survey, and it said that, so right now, the majority of them, they don't really want this. And of course, in one way, it's a kind of dangerous, because then everything will be digital. I mean, when this digital dollar really comes out, and if this would be the number one or the only one, what they have, then whoever has the power could have a real control of all the money which is out there, because you cannot really, put it away, hide it away. Everything will be digital. And whatever is there, it's kind of hackable in a way, even if it's a very, very safe system. So people are afraid a little bit that even we live in a digital age, but what happens to their savings if banks can have control of them, so they don't have a plan B to put the money somewhere else? Or they have, obviously, they can invest it in real estate, invested in gold, invested in Bitcoin, and so other options. But when they have it in US dollars in digital form, then they don't even have less control than now. Obviously, now it's the control is not 100%. And it's a very interesting thing. The second thing is, by the way, that the number of CBDC proponents has nearly doubled in the last 12 months. But this survey has pointed out another scary thing, to be honest with you. Because the report also identified a very poor monetary knowledge of the general public, finding out that 38% of the people they asked believe that the US dollar is backed up by gold, bonds, or oil, while an additional 13% simply have no idea. And how scary is that? So this is actually the biggest problem with in the society what we have, that we do not have financial education in school. People do not learn about money. They have no idea. They're working very hard. They work waking up early morning, go to work, deliver, and they have their small holidays. They collect the money, whatever they have earned. They try to do some savings, and then those savings just inflate. And when they got to the point when they, getting elder, they retire, then they're just looking at their savings. What happened to the value of them? Because they do not learn about money. They don't know how it's functioning, and they don't invest cleverly. They just keep, kind of put it in the bank, something. And just people, it's the US dollar was taken off the gold standard back in 1971. So long time ago. And people still believe, the 38% of the people who they asked, the other 13 had no idea, that it's backed up by gold, bonds, and oil. No, it's not. It's not backed up by anything. It's simply the government is saying this is the money what we have. It's backed up by the government, but this is just words, nothing else. And this is very important. This is why we make this channel, because we want you to educate. As you can see when you're watching this channel, watching the videos, which I'm putting on every weekday from Monday to Friday, really, that we're looking at cryptocurrency in the blockchain world, because this could be a new way, it's a new hype, and we are at a very early stage, so it's worth to learn about it and be among the first to get the most out of it. But we're always looking at it from different angles. And we also keep an eye on the economy and what's happening, because these things are very strongly related what's happening here. So you shouldn't really just look at cryptocurrency and just look at the charts and what it did in the past and doing now, technical analysis. It doesn't really help. You have to see the full picture, then you can make rational decisions. So educate yourself. This channel is free. Just subscribe, and every day you're getting a lot of valuable knowledge. And then you will be way above the average, and that's probably more than enough. Okay, and the third news I wanted to talk about, it's about DeFi. So we do know that DeFi is getting so popular, and the idea of DeFi, that getting away from the centralized system and being decentralized, sounds so ideal. However, it's great that here, they examined how actually these DeFi projects really work. And the title of the article is that how many DeFi projects still have the God mode admin key. So the vast majority of DeFi projects still have the ability to enter into God mode, and unilaterally make changes to pretty much everything. Which, is it then decentralized? Or the decentralized projects, are they centralized? So it raises a question, definitely. And the 12 out of the 15 most popular decentralized finance protocols still have access to God mode, admin key, basically, according to the data on review platform of DeFi Watch. So there you could see this, find this one. And these full access controls allow developers to modify or replace the smart contracts underpinning their projects, including making adjustment to users' balances. And we're talking about the decentralized project, which is kind of centralized. Of the 15 projects reviewed on DeFi Watch, only InstaDApp, MakerDAO, and Uniswap are reported to have no admin key associated with to the product. The remaining projects, so all the others, which include Aave, Compound, DDAX, Yearn Finance, Nexus Mutual, Synthetics, all have admin keys allowing varying degrees of control, so different degrees of control. And for example, even Uniswap, they doesn't have this kind of admin key. However, the team potentially has immediate access to almost 40% of the entire supply, which is over double the amount which currently held by the rest of Uniswap community. So they have the majority. And with this, basically, this is kind of backdoor with with the governance, so they can control it a little bit that way. So I think it's an interesting issue. So I personally think DeFi. I think it's a great thing. Really, what we have in CeFi, the banks, the centralized things, you are in one hand, and it can control then everything. So the idea of DeFi is great, but many of them, even from the guys from Aave, they said that they just it was somewhere here. Here, Aave will keep ownership of the protocol in these early days in order to ensure that the protocol remains secure if any issue arise. So obviously, they want to have a control because DeFi it's a very new thing. So they have the smart controls. If there is a bug in the smart control, they have the ability to change it. And as long as it's meant to be with the goodwill, so that it's not something against this community. So they want to do something good. I think it's totally fine. And obviously, as it's a new industry, we have this child illnesses kind of in it, which has to be solved. Yes, there's no question. But just be aware of it, that we're talking about the DeFi projects, and the majority of the DeFi protocols still have the control over it, so in a centralized way. Okay, I just wanted to point out, that's it. Guys, if you like the content, then smash the like button. I highly appreciate it. And if you really want to stay up to date, that's the only thing, in blockchain and cryptocurrency, the only thing what you really have to do, just subscribe to this YouTube channel, blockchainbloom, because I put these videos on YouTube every weekday. So from Monday to Friday, every day, you're getting a fresh video with the hottest and crispiest blockchain and cryptocurrency news. So with us, you can really stay up to date. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And obviously, you should download this totally free course. It's a great value, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. A lot of things to learn because the bull market is sooner or later to start, and you want to be ready and don't, rush in the last minute. Now, prepare yourself. It's the link is right under this video. You just can download it. Guys, I wish you a great weekend. Have a really good one. And on Monday I'm coming back with the freshest news. We'll see which way is the crypto market going. It's still going up as it's doing now. Is it still green? Is it red? Now these times are really volatile, so it's worth to keep an eye on it and stay up to date. So have a good one. Bye-bye.